Alright, today we're going to talk about writing and solving proportions. So let's start off with a few definitions. First definition we have is the word similar. Similar. Similar is when figures have the same shape but not the same size. So similar is the same shape but not the same size. Congruent is our next word. Congruent is when they have the same shape and the same size. Similar, same shape, but not the same size. They're similar. Congruent is same shape and same size. Last one is scale factor. The scale factor is the ratio of a side length of a figure to the side length of a similar figure. So it shows us how are they similar, all right? It shows us the scale between them. So let's do a couple of problems and jump right in. So here we have two similar figures. You can see that if we twisted this shape here, all right, it would actually have a very similar shape to this shape here if we turned it up like that. All right, now we want to find the angle G. All right, we want to find angle G. Angle G is right here. All right, and this is the nice thing about similar figures. If they're similar, all the angles on the inside are the same. So since this angle coordinates with this angle, angle G is going to be 40 degrees. Same shape means same angles. Find the scale factor of the figure. So we need to find two sides that correlate with each other that we know both lengths of. So we do not know this number, so we can't figure out this. We do know this, but we do not know that side. We don't know this, but we do know that. Here we do know this, and we do know that side. So my scale factor would be 4.5 over 3. Shape number 1 to shape number 2. Okay? Now, I usually like to reduce that. I like to make everything out of 1. So I'm going to take 4.5, divide it by 3, kind of like a unit rate. And so we're going to get 1.5 over 1. So that's my scale factor. We need to find the length of AE. AE is this length right here. So we're going to set this up. We're going to go 1.5. We're going to use our scale factor, 1.5 over 1. We're going to set up a proportion. Now remember, this is shape number 1, shape number 2. So shape number 1 on the new side, I want to write up here. That's A, shape number 1, shape number 2. And the corresponding side is 2. Okay? So now we can cross multiply and solve. So A equals 1.5 times 2, or A equals 3. So the length of AE, this side here, is 3. Our last problem, we want to find the height of the taller building. So this is a shadow problem, if you've ever seen a shadow problem before. What we're going to do is we're going to take, this is going to be building number 1 and building number 2. So building number 1, I do not know the height, but I do know the shadow. Building number 2, I do know the height. We're going to make all the heights go on top, and I do know the shadow. So now we can cross multiply. So I use question mark as my variable, so we can use question mark times 0.2 equals 7 times 1 is 7. We can divide by 0.2, divide by 0.2. So 7 divided by 0.2, bring that decimal over, you can go in 3 times, that's 6. 105. So the height of the building is equal to 35 meters. So set up that proportion. All right. Again, it is height over shadow for number 1. Height over shadow. As you can see how our heights go together and our building numbers go together. All right. Well, that's all I've got. Again, like always, feel free to ask questions.